Joined by Carthage head coach L.J. Marks and student athletes Randy Hansen, Pat Barry, and Matt Yance. Coach, could you just give us an opening statement about today's 5-set victory?
Wow, that's about all I can say. I think when the seedings came out, we all saw the Nazareth matchup that we were all going to be. We all knew we were in for a little bit of a challenge. Obviously, them being the defending champion, we've played them twice this season already. It's tough to beat a team 3 times in the same season, they definitely came to play tonight. Thankfully, we pulled it together there in the 5th and battled back and got it.
Randy, you know, when it's 2-0 and maybe that Nazareth body language wasn't the greatest. What changed against you guys? What did you maybe guys get away from doing that the first 2 sets maybe indicated the way you guys were rolling?
I think it was more them than us. They have a good core group of guys, and they refuse to lose. And that's every time we play them. There's always going to be a battle, so that's how it ended.
Coach, I can't imagine your game plan was to get down 14-11 in the 5th. Can you just kind of talk about how you regrouped the guys and got them to pull out that victory?
Yeah, that definitely wasn't written up in the script. But I can't even say it was me. Randy came into the huddle during the timeout and said that, we've been here before, we can do this, just trust each other and keep playing. And that's exactly what the guys did. We've been talking about it from October. Stay together. We've kind of had the one heartbeat kind of motto to the program: trust our system, trust what we're doing, and it'll work out in the end. And they did exactly that. We got back to our system and working together, and it worked out in the end.
Okay, talk a little more about the question that Randy just addressed in the 3rd set, which you seemingly had was well in hand most of the way. You're up by 3, up by 4 until the last couple of minutes, and it kind of got away. What happened there?
They dialed it up. We started serving their little barrel a little bit too much. Got a little tentative from the service line. Not that we changed our philosophy at all. We just started putting balls on them. He got a little bit more aggressive and kept them in system, which made it a little bit more challenging for us. Their 2 middles torched us tonight, and luckily in Game 5 we made a couple adjustments with our blocking and slowed them down a little bit, which I think was a big turn for us.
You talked about one heartbeat. How about one big exhale at the end of that?
Yeah, that would be a good one too. That was one of the biggest battles I've been in as far as a coach, where it was back and forth, and I can't say enough about how the guys dug deep and stayed together and pulled that one out. Being down 11-14 it looks bleak at those times, and there's no magical formula for that one. You just get out there and let it rip and hope it works out well, and it worked out in our favor tonight.
Did you guys exhale too at the end there?
Definitely, just a little bit. Huge weight.
You can't hook you up to a lie detector, so okay.
You do, and then you realize, I got 2 more to play, hopefully. So, got to inhale again. Be ready for tomorrow.
Matt, your matchup tonight against the middles, as Coach addressed, I mean, they were 2 sensational guys. Just how about maybe everything you had to do tonight against them, and they don't get any smaller tomorrow night?
Basically, it's like Coach said, so we just had to change our positioning in the block. And obviously, they were tearing us apart a little bit there, and we were able to tear them apart back. So, gotta keep the same game plan going for tomorrow.
Randy, a familiar opponent tomorrow night when you guys play UC Santa Cruz. Obviously, you played them a couple weeks ago. Didn't have a favorable result for you guys. What do you guys need to do to pull out a victory tomorrow?
Control the pace of the game. Maintain our system. Play our volleyball. And we should take care of business.
Pat, same question?
Santa Cruz is another great team. And last time we played them in the CBC Championship, I believe, they pushed the pace of our game, and so we ended up having to adjust to what they wanted instead of forcing them to play our volleyball. And so hopefully tomorrow night we've adjusted in practice, we've looked at what they have going on, and we've seen their faster speeds. And hopefully we can adjust tomorrow in the game and get them to play our ball instead of chasing Santa Cruz volleyball.
Randy, how about a thought on, I was really impressed with watching Connor Wexter just zip the ball around everywhere, even when it doesn't look like it's possible to get a great looks from somewhere. Can you just talk about him more as a setter, because you've played with him for 2 years?
He's awesome, honestly. He makes our lives a lot easier. That's why 3 of us are honestly All-Americans. It wouldn't be without him. And he's a phenomenal player.
To go off of that, the first time out of the match, at the first technical timeout in game 1, we made the comment of, okay, our passing's a little bit off right now. Let's see if we can dial that in. And Connor's head popped up and went, no problem by me. I got you guys. And it was just kind of like, okay, you know, and that's the mentality you have to have as a setter. You know, we've talked about it with Connor of, you know, from a serve receive standpoint, to get the ball going up and forward. Just, you know, get it going towards the ceiling and towards the net, and as long as we do that, we'll be fine with him taking the second touch.
Thanks a lot, guys. Congratulations.
Thank you.
We're here with Nazareth head coach Cal Wickens and student athletes Robert Kraft and Luke LaWash. Coach, could you provide us with an opening statement from today's match?
Well, if you got a chance to watch the match, you'll notice it was probably one of the most exciting, which we hope you guys have a couple more of those. Last year at this same time, we played the exact match with a reversal ending with Carthage. We won the deuce squeaker and, you know, put us on to the national championship. We're going to wish them the very best. They're our closest friends in this tournament. We just had to play them first. And it was a great match, well deserved.
Rob, what had to change? You know, you're down 2-0, and even kind of the body language and maybe the energy wasn't great, even in the third set. What do you think that triggered maybe the change, and what had to change, maybe X's and O's wise?
I felt like we were starting to pass consistently a lot better, and we were consistent in the blocking, and you know, we just had this never give up attitude. And we got to play for the seniors, and you know, and we will just never give up on it, no matter how down we are.
And Luke, how about from your standpoint? What did you feel that had to change?
I mean, all the games were so close, but it really just turned out to who was making those little plays and reducing our errors. First 2 games, we just had a few runs where we had too many errors, and they took advantage, and I think that's how we turned it around.
Coach Mark Weisel of VolleyballMagazine.com. I was wondering if you could give me a little statement about what did you say during you know, the intermission between Game 2 and Game 3, and you know, approach that Game 3.
Between Game 2 and Game 3?
Yeah.
Well, first of all, the guys had turned the corner, so they kind of knew where we stood. We had to eliminate some errors, which we did. We had to keep our serving aggressive, and you know, above all, we needed to make a couple defensive plays. Once we did that, made that adjustment, the guys relaxed a little bit. I think we came in here a little bit tight. When we were just forcing things, guys were stressing a little bit. You know, not nervous, just being a little bit more anxious. Once we turned the corner, there was never a question that they were going to see a positive outcome and, you know, and finish the match. And really, I think we made all the plays to finish the match, and it's just Carthage made 2 more plays. I mean, they had to make 6 plays at the end of the match, 2 digs and 4 swings to win that match. And that's how it ended. So, you know, we made our push. The guys are really good in timeouts. This team, you know, it's an easy team to coach. They have good leadership, and you make challenges for them, and they push through.
Coach, your outsides, at least comparatively, just to how well your middles played tonight, maybe you just weren't able to get the outsides going, or maybe was this more of the usual type of formula for general success that you guys have, or maybe your outsides didn't play too well?
Well, our team all year long has been a pass-oriented team. It hasn't been outside-based. Our strength has been in the middle and on the wings, on the right side wings. Billy's just coming off a 4-week injury, tough senior ending. You know, that's just not where our offense goes. But when you start to make a lot of defensive plays, your middles get taken out of the offensive set. So we pushed a few more balls to the outside. And that's where those guys end up. You know, we had big swings to take that lead in the 5th game by the outsides. But, you know, that's not as much where our strength is. Their biggest piece is pass and serve. So, I mean, that's where we are with those guys.
Just for Rob and Luke, can you just speak to last year you guys made a tremendous postseason push and won the national championship, and this year again you guys made another run in the postseason to make it here into the inaugural NCAA championship. Can you just talk about your team's mindset when it gets into postseason play, knowing that you guys can make a run at a championship?
I mean, sorry. I think it has to do with a lot of the senior leadership. I mean, we always know that we're going to play hard for them, and we always want them to go down as winners. And it's just attitude, and I don't know. We always have success in the postseason. Maybe it's just as how we are as a team. So.
I wasn't there for last year's postseason success, but I know our team knows how good we are, and maybe during the season it doesn't show so much, kind of drags out, but once we get into the postseason, our mindset is definitely there, and we know what we're capable of, and if that match didn't show who we are, then I don't know what does. So I know in the end we just do it for the seniors, and it's too bad we couldn't this time.
Congratulations on a great season, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.